We are now at the slopes of Mount of Olives, very close to the Kidron Valley, and that's where, according to so many traditions, Mary was buried, but I'm not here for that. I already took a video for it. I will visit Garden of Gethsemane today, but before we will enter the Garden of Gethsemane together with Jesus, let me tell you that not all of disciples saw the and also the betrayal of Judas. Most of the disciples, according to the Catholic, were here in that grotto, that cave, which sadly is closed because there are no tourists in Israel. Only 3 of them went to the garden with Jesus, and St. Peter was one of them, John and Andrew. The one who wasn't in that room at that time, in that grotto, in that cave, was Judas, because he came, or he will come soon, together with the high priest, or the priest family, and the Jews, to take him and to judge him and to bring him to Pontius Pilate, who will order later on to crucify Jesus. Then we are climbing up, and I'm dedicated that tour to each one of you watching that video, but especially to Michael Abbott, which might be a surprise to you, and Jennifer. Michael is suffering from heart problems. Then let's pray that everything will be okay, and Jennifer is taking care of him. But the present is from your friend, and this is the surprise, Jim and Maggie. And about Jim and Maggie, I don't know if your children are watching that video, but the love for you is amazing. He wrote me a lot about you, and I know that as children he don't want me to talk all about it, but he loves you. Oh, look at that. Mount of Olives ride. Now that road that reach Garden of Gethsemane is strange to say, two-way roads. But before we will enter, I want you to see a little bit of the church outside the compound, and the other side you can see the walls of Jerusalem. This is the eastern wall of the temple and the city that was built actually by King Herod, but later on being destroyed by the Romans, and so many others added some part of it. And if you think that to cross that street will be easy, then it's not, and I'm not going to cross it. Look at the facade of the church. You can see 2 groups of believers. One to the left, one that needs to know all the facts. Science. The other who look to the right group, who knows that faith is not about science. Faith, it's about your heart. And this is Jesus. He was here alone because the 3 fell asleep 3 times. And the angel came to hear and say, you are the first one and the last one. You are the Alpha and Omega. In that amazing place, you can see the olive trees, which might be from the time of Jesus, but if not, let me tell you that if you will cut an olive tree, it will grow again. If you will cut it again, it will grow again. Then why not to believe that those are the trees from his time. Garden of Gethsemane, or Gethsemane. It's actually 2 words in Hebrew and Aramaic. Gat, it's the place you Eshmanim. Gat is the place that you are pressing the olive oil, into oil. Olive fruit into oil. Now, some people, and that is actually evangelists told me, that that place was surrounded with a wall because it was a secret place. And yes, to prepare olive oil, it's kind of a secret thing. And Jesus stayed here mainly because he could. Then the owner of him actually helped Jesus. True or not, I don't know, but it's a nice way to see it. You can see the sign of Mount of Olives. That place is not open every moment. It's actually open every day, but until 2 p.m., mainly because of the war. Usually it was supposed to be open until 6. It's a Catholic place, but everyone believes that that was the original place. Then everyone are entering that church.
Welcome. This way.
Yeah, it's okay. Thank you. And look at that. Look at that. Huh. You know, I'm visiting that place so many times. I visited that place 2 or 3 days ago. I'm doing it now. And yeah, it makes me, in a way, happy, although, you know, it's a sad story. It's an agony story. And that's the name of the church, the Agony Church. And I don't know if you noticed, there are so many small domes on the roof. You will see it soon. And because it was built lately, I think in 1925 or something like that, by 10 or 11 nations. Then it's called All Nation Church. And oh, look at it. You can see here the golden dome, the golden gate, that's where Jesus will enter when he come back again, and a little bit of the golden dome, which used to be at Jesus' time site of the Jewish temple. Some of the trees are very old, but I didn't find any research that actually checked it. But remember, if you will cut it again, it will grow again. And the gardens are usually cut the new trunks. Yeah, they did it. Then you cannot see it. Oh, here you can see it. They didn't reach that tree. Look at those small trunks. See, the left one really looks like a tree now. If they won't cut it, it will be another trunk. Now, this is the most well-known garden. What I want you to understand that is that he was here at dark time after a Passover meal or a day before. It all depends which domination you are. But for the Catholic, it was a Passover meal. And look at that. And that is one of, I think, the most, important sentences. My Father, if it be possible, let this cup pass from me. Nevertheless, not as I will, but as thou wilt. And this is, and this is from Matthew 26, but let's read that. Oh Jesus, in deepest night and agony, you spoke these words of trust and surrender to God the Father in Garden in Gethsemane. In love and gratitude, I want to say, in times of fear and distress, my Father, I do not understand you, but I trust you. And that's true to everyone who are watching that video. And Michael Abbott, this is especially for you. Don't forget to write a comment for Michael. And let's enter into the church. I'm not sure that I will be able to talk. It all depends if people are praying there or not. But I want you to see a few things. First of all, we will look at the domes from the inside, and you will see the names of the countries who helped to build this place, and because it's a cross that belongs to the Americans today, I will stand beneath the US one. If it will be possible, I will enter to the place that we believe Jesus was praying on, and look at the 3 disciples that fell asleep and the angels that came to him, and I will show you Jesus' kiss as well. Another thing that it's important to understand is that that church, although it's new, it was built on top of 384 4th century church and 12th century church. And Bertolucci find here a mosaic from the 4th century church, and he changed all the floor that he had in mind to the same thing. Then the floor is new, except of the one that I will show it to you. It will be covered with the glass, but it's the same as the 4th century floor. Look at the tree, it's an olive tree. USA. Don't go away, because after the church I want you to visit the second part of the garden. Century mosaic floor. Judas kiss. The one that talked with me inside the church was the gardener. This is the garden before they built the church. Yes, it was built in 1924. Then it's a little bit more than 100 years. And there you can see a little bit of the remains of the 12th century church. And I hope that one day they will open it for us, that we will be able to visit it as well. Now, if you want to have your own cross, your own Bible, your own mezuzah, there's so many options. Go into the description, touch the text, and then you will see 2 links. One of them is PayPal. Yes, you can. You are the only income of mine. The other one is buy me a coffee, and there you will understand how you will have, how to get one of those crosses, Bibles, and so many others option, and I will take a video for you at one of the churches in Jerusalem, and then I will, of course, upload the video to YouTube. That's why you watch it. You can watch it now, and I will mail the cross to your house. Now let me show you. Consider that's an old tree, but let me show you two new trees, and you can compare the size of it. The first one is of 2014 by San Francisco's. There it is. And one more from 1964, when that place used to be Jordan. It was occupied by Jordan. But before I will show you the tree, let me show you another rock, which is the same rock that Jesus was praying on it, and that is usually for non-Catholic, because non-Catholic won't pray in a Catholic church, but remember, everyone believes that that was the site. Then if you are non-Catholic, you can pray outside, right here. And St. Paulo, 1964. You can see a tree from 1964 and compare it to older trees, and I will show you one more tree and you will understand the meaning of it. Here it is. Here it is. Guys, thank you for being with me. Let's pray for Michael, and let's pray to everyone. Let's pray that soon he will be able to come to Israel without any worry. I need you. Thank you very much. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Bye-bye.